Hello, I'm Father James Kubicki, and today's the feast of one of the best known and loved mothers of all time, Saint Monica. And I'm sure you know the story of how she cried and prayed for her wayward son to come back, and in time he did, even becoming a saint, Saint Augustine. Here's something Pope Benedict had to say about Saint Monica. After the premature death of her husband, Monica courageously devoted herself to caring for her 3 children, including Augustine, who initially caused her suffering with his somewhat rebellious temperament. As Augustine himself was to say, his mother gave birth to him twice. The second time required a lengthy spiritual travail of prayers and tears, but it was crowned at last with the joy of seeing him not only embrace the faith and receive baptism, but also dedicate himself without reserve to the service of Christ. How many difficulties there are also today in family relations, and how many mothers are in anguish at seeing their children setting out on wrong paths. Monica, a woman whose faith was wise and sound, invites them not to lose heart, but to persevere in their mission as wives and mothers, keeping firm their trust in God and clinging with perseverance to prayer. And so, now, let's use a prayer to Saint Monica from my friends at the Marian Mantle Group. Blessed Monica, Mother of St. Augustine, we give thanks to our Father in heaven, who looked with mercy upon your tears over your wayward son. His conversion and heroic sanctification were the fruit of your prayers. Dear St. Monica, we now ask you to pray with us for all those sons and daughters that have wandered away from God, and to add your prayers to those of all mothers who are worried over their children. Pray also for us, that following your example we may, in the company of our children, one day enjoy the eternal vision of our Father in heaven. Amen.